K Nation. Sponsored by 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline.
Tonight on K Nation, our basketball teams hit the floor, but our bat ball sports have a heck of a weekend. We'll recap successful series on the Diamond.
And there's more than just basketball and baseball. K-State head tennis coach Jordan Smith joins the show. It's an in-depth conversation that you will not want to miss.
And we also got KU head softball coach Jeremy McFalls on the program. We'll talk about his star freshmen, returning key hitters, and a lot more. Welcome to K Nation. Landon Reinhardt here with Caroline Sro. No time to waste. We have a big slate this week.
We sure do. And happy March to all who celebrate. We are people. We celebrate. So let's start on the basketball court. KU men's started its, quote, new season last week and started 2-0 despite dropping out of the AP Top 25. Jayhawks pick up a 7-point win at Colorado earlier in the week, but late game mishaps against number 10 Texas Tech led to yet another loss. Kansas actually battled back from an 11-point halftime deficit to tie it up late, but could not finish the job.
Definitely has a lot of expectations playing at Kansas, but I think everybody's kind of got to realize within the team that there's a reason why Coach Self recruited you here. You're obviously good enough to play, and I mean, he's a Hall of Fame coach. He knows what he sees in people. I wouldn't think he's wrong in believing in these guys' talents. I believe in each and every one of my teammates.
And after the game, Zeke Mayo shared a since-deleted tweet. Multiple messages he received on social media, including racial and threatening remarks. Players and coaches came to his side afterwards, but it prompted a press release from Coach Self, saying in part, "We all could do a lot of things better, but I'll roll with these guys every day and be proud of it. Any criticism about the team should be directed at me. I'm the head coach." Self continued with, "This is the most important time of the season, and this is the time where we need to be better, but we also need to be focused on basketball and not things being said outside of basketball that have absolutely zero merit."
All right, K-State men go 1-1 with a pair of close games this week. It's a 4-point loss to UCF that came down to the end, and then a 65-56 win at home over Colorado earlier today. Coach Tang says it was not a perfect game, but he saw progression out of the guys that he wanted to see. Doug McDaniel became a floor general, and David Gasson did his thing, putting up 21 points.
Like during that win streak, we were playing a complete 40 minutes with high energy. I feel like today we kind of let up at the end, but it's definitely a step in the right direction if we want to finish strong.
I'm just trying to enjoy it as much as I can and finish strong, obviously. 2 regular season games left that, I want to win and then, go make a run in the Big 12 tournament.
All right, we've got a busy Sunday slate. Number 14,
do.
K-State women's hoops closed out the regular season in Ames, but things did not go the way of the Wildcats. Iowa State got the 85-63 win behind a 36-point career day from Audie Crooks. This was a 1-point contest at half, but the Cyclones exploded to outscore the Cats 27-15 in the third and cruised to the win from there. Tamaya Poindexter finished with a team-high 17 points, 4 threes for K-State, and we did not get post-game press conference video from Coach Jeff Mitty due to Senior Day ceremonies up in Ames.
All right, as for Brandon Schneider's crew, the Jayhawks went toe-to-toe with number 21 Oklahoma State in what was a hard-fought physical Senior Day.
I like the black jerseys.
I know, right? Love those. Seniors Denai Papatzapulu and Jordan Webster got their flowers. Couple keys to this one. Elle Evans did not play, and Samaya Nichols missed much of the second quarter with a knee issue, but she did return for the second half, and it was Nichols who tied the game up at 51 with just over 2 to go. But the Cowgirls rode a 6-0 run to the finish line, winning 57-51. KU finishes the year 16-13 overall and 6-2 in conference play. Here's Coach Schneider talking about KU's defense and hanging with one of the Big 12's best.
Not having Elle, affects that in a lot of ways just because of our depth. I mean, she's second in the Big 12 in minutes played. So, we had some people today that we relied on heavily to step up.
We're resilient. We've had a couple of injuries and a couple, beat downs, and we still find a way to come out there and play for each other and just not giving up.
All right, now we've got all eyes on the Big 12 tournament this week, right?
Let's jump to the Diamond, though. Deep in the heart of Texas, K-State at the Frisco Classic, and after wins over number 5 Arkansas and 22 TCU last week, the Batcats almost kept that going. Against number 2 LSU, D. Kennedy was thrown out at home trying to walk it off in the 9th, giving the Tigers a win in the 10th. But K-State got back up, a 14-3 win over Sam Houston and a 9-6 win over Nebraska earlier today. Next up, the home opener on Wednesday.
All right. Well, it was a fun week for KU baseball. 4 games against Omaha, and night 1 ended in this, a walk-off grand slam from Daryl Osoria. Then the undefeated season came to a close with a loss in night 2 before 2 wins came to claim the series. But the Jayhawks became an internet sensation with these guys, their student section this weekend, rowdy and loud. And here's the guys on a stellar home opening crowd.
The fact that they did it from the first pitch of the game to the last was absolutely incredible. I mean, those suckers did not slow down once.
First Division I walk-off, coming into a crowd like this, super electric. I don't think I had a crowd like this on my first walk-off, so this was pretty much top 1.
It was awesome. That's probably the most fans I've seen here. Hopefully we keep that going and keep winning ball games.
All right, 6 games for KU softball since the last time we saw y'all. On Monday, Jayhawks beat Southern Illinois 2-1. At the Oklahoma tournament, it's an opening 10-2 win over Marshall. Now on Friday, it's a 1-9 loss to host a number 1 team in the country, Oklahoma, before a Saturday contest where, yes, that score graphic is right. Jayhawks put up the 2nd most runs in team history, a 23-0 beatdown of East Texas A&M. Then another loss to Oklahoma and another win over Marshall earlier today. Next up is conference play.
Bring it on.
And later this show, we have a full interview with head coach Jennifer McFalls.
All right, we've got a lot more coming up, too. Don't go anywhere, folks. We are just getting started on K-Nation. Coming up later on in the show, get your shades out and pick up that sunscreen. It's tennis time. Hear from head coach Jordan Smith at K-State's first outdoor match of the spring.
But first, how about some skills and drills? We'll tell you about all 7 guys who are representing the Jayhawks and Wildcats at the NFL Combine right after this.
Car accident? Because every dollar matters. Devon James wins.
After your accident, the insurance company may be trapping you with a quick offer.
But don't take it.
Because once you sign, that's all you get.
And the medical bills alone could be $10, $20, even $100,000 more.
Who can afford that? Call Devon James.
Don't let the insurance company take advantage of you.
Let us fight for all the compensation you deserve.
Because every dollar matters.
Devon James wins. Call or text 888-8888.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis,
988 provides direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support.
When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors
who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources.
There is hope.
You are not alone.
For 24/7 non-judgmental support,
call, text, or chat 988.
Established in 2005, Sardo Countertops opened to transform houses into homes and to provide exquisite service throughout the Midwest. The result is a true masterpiece for your home.
At Noller Ford, the Ford Power Promise is electrifying your drive. When you go electric, get a Ford Charge Station Pro with standard installation at no cost. Plus, we've got your back with 24/7 charging support. Experience volume pricing and personalized service today at Noller Ford.
From clearing land to building sheds or retaining walls to digging ponds, All Seasons Excavating and Landscape is here to turn your vision into reality. Our experienced equipment operators can create landscapes that increase your property's value. Call All Seasons Excavating and Landscape today.
Come on, Coach, let me at him. LeBron James.
So when you're ready to get off the bench and join a winning team, call McCray Plaza to schedule a tour.
Welcome back to K-Nation. We got some guys looking to go pro, and boy, did they show out in Indy this week.
They sure did. The NFL Combine featured 7 from our K-Nation schools. So let's look at how the Cats did in the 40-yard dash. Jacob Parrish crushed it with a 4.35, while Marquis Siegel claimed the fastest time for a safety at 4.37, and running back DJ Giddens ran a 4.43. And according to analyst Kent Lee Platt, Giddens had the 22nd best combine ever out of 1,900 participants.
Pretty good.
Sweet. For the Jayhawks, maybe not the eye-popping results, but Kobe Bryant ran a 4.53, Devin Neal a 4.58, Mello Dotson at 5.59, and lineman Logan Brown at 5.18. But the word is, they look good in those other drills. One scout said that Neal will be a good pro, and here are some of the guys.
two guys that wouldn't expect that would get here, very undersized, very overlooked. So just to make our way here is huge for us and a blessing.
Brian Anderson, my running back coach, he been getting me right. But really, him, the whole staff, like everything at K-State gonna get you right for this opportunity, though.
That's my father, man. I love that man forever. He kind of texted me actually today. Asked me how we're doing, and just put on a show for him.
Next is the NFL Draft, April 24th through the 26th at Lambeau Field, home of the Packers. Caroline didn't want to say that one. She's a Skull fan, but we'll be rooting for them down there. All right, stick around. Coming up after the break, we go one-on-one with head coach of KU softball, Jennifer McFalls. That's next.
Batter up at Play It Again Sports. We offer an extensive selection of new and used baseball and softball equipment from Wilson, Easton, Rawlings, Louisville Slugger, DeMarini, String King, Dudley, Mizuno, Marucci, and Nakona. We have custom uniforms. Try before you buy with our indoor batting cage. Bring in your quality used gear to save even more by trading in and trading up or get cash on the spot. We are buying all day, every day. Play It Again Sports, 21st and Fairlawn in the Fairlawn Plaza Mall.
If you've been injured in Kansas, or really anywhere, you need to talk to an attorney who has experience representing people who've been seriously injured. I've been doing this for 30 years, and it's all I've done since 1997. I'm confident we are going to be able to get your case resolved, because this is all we do is represent injured people just like you.
If you've been in an accident and need my help, call me. I'm here for you.
For over 55 years, all of you have supported our family-owned business.
To celebrate another anniversary, we'd like to announce friends and family pricing on all new and pre-owned inventory.
Just a little thank you for helping us reach this unbelievable milestone.
Thank you.
I would highly recommend Denali Homes to anybody to come get their products from them, to come in and browse their store and talk to them about installation of most anything that you need for your home.
Keep your RV in top shape with Noller RV's exclusive service specials. Our part-timer package is just $349, perfect for occasional trips. And our weekender package is only $11.99, ideal for frequent travelers. Visit Noller RV today for expert service and peace of mind on the road.
Welcome back into K-Nation. KU softball has slowly progressed over the last few seasons, ending the 2024 campaign with an over 500 record, including the program's first sweep of a ranked conference foe since 2005.
Yeah, it was really exciting. I caught up with head coach of the Jayhawks, Jennifer McFalls, ahead of their weekend trip to Oklahoma. We talked season outlook and a whole lot more. Listen in.
Coach, thanks for joining us. 2-5 starts this season, but since then, 5 straight wins. What has gone right in that stretch?
Just getting some games under our belt, mainly. Yeah. You know, that first weekend out was really tough. Trying to get ready for a big season, and we hadn't had the opportunity to be outside a whole lot on dirt and practice, and so the first weekend was just tough. We were in a lot of those games, one-run ball games. 3 of those 5, and it was just tough. We were right there and just couldn't get a timely hit. So, the good news is we moved forward and we went to California, had a good weekend out there, and then this past weekend down in Texas, going 3-0 against 2 really quality opponents was significant for this bunch right now.
No more Texas and Oklahoma in the Big 12. It's got to be exciting. But then you put Oklahoma on the calendar again. I guess first, why even do that?
Well, I think it's always a great measuring stick for this team, and to go play right now they're ranked number 2 in the country, and they're good. They're always going to be good. And so to be honest, my girls are really excited about the opportunity to play Oklahoma, just to kind of see where we're at, and we never want to go out there not thinking we have an opportunity to win.
With that, do you talk about OU and Texas not being in there anymore? Not that we didn't have a shot, but with these 2 powerhouses gone, the Big 12's open race.
It is. I mean, the Big 12 is always going to be tough. You've got Oklahoma State, Texas Tech, Arizona, just a really, really strong conference. all the way across the board. So, you know, we're looking forward to that. I mean, we open up with Baylor at Baylor, so that's always a tough place to play. But I just think, you know, we've just got to continue to focus on us and continue getting better. And it's like this weekend going down to OU and you're playing a team like OU again 2 times. It's not really about them. It's really more about us. And obviously we've got some other big games this weekend again. I mean, Marshall's always had a really strong program, and so that'll be a good matchup for us. And then East Texas A&M, again, just another quality opponent that we're just excited to match up with.
I want to talk about your roster. There's some impactful seniors that left last year, but other than that, you kept a lot of people. Was that exciting for you coming into this season?
It is. I mean, we returned, you know, quite a few of our starters. And then this particular senior class that we have this year with Olivia Bruno, Sarah Rozak, Katie Brooks, obviously in the circle, and those kids are doing a lot for this program and, you know, providing some good leadership. But we just have a really, really strong junior class as well that's doing a lot for us. I mean, you got Presley Limbaugh and Ainsley Linduff right now that are just tearing it up for us offensively, and you know, in the 1-2 spot for us in our roster and our lineup. So it's exciting to see what we're able to do right now. Obviously losing 8 seniors was significant last year, but I think we're picking up right where we left off.
I believe Ainsley's hitting like 470 right now. What's been going right for her so far?
She has always been very unassuming at the plate. I mean, she's a tough out. She doesn't strike out a lot. She's
going to get on base.
She is. She is a really her and Presley back to back are really tough outs, and you know, and now they're getting on, and we've got to find ways to get them across the plate. But they're exciting to watch. You know, Justin, our hitting coach, always talks about how their approach is always the same, and they're just so consistent, and that's what I think makes them so good offensively.
And what's made Kaylee Washington so good, just as a freshman right away? 178 ERA, I believe.
She is just, she's got a really high ceiling, and she's just scratching the surface right now. She's very talented. We've known that. It's just a matter of her getting some confidence and some experience under her belt. So every game for her right now is truly just a growing opportunity for that young lady, and she's getting the job done. So we're excited to see how she continues to improve, and you know, she's doing all the right things for us right now.
Been a lot of fun for us too, the local kid on Santa Fe Trail. At the beginning of the year, there's usually a list of things you want to accomplish. But what are a couple of those things that maybe you guys are like, we want to do this season?
No doubt the number one thing is to get to postseason, but that's a long ways away. And, you know, again, that's why we're going back. And it's crazy because all these games matter, and you're still in what we want to say, like these preseason tournaments, but even every one of these games matter for us right now. So, again, right now we're just trying to focus on us and staying really solid. I think our defense has played really well, especially considering the few opportunities we've had to be outside practicing, and you know, I think that says a lot about where we're headed and the consistency that we're getting on from our defense. But the big thing, you know, I think that right now we're getting is some really solid games in the circle from Lizzie Ludwig. We had a big one from Olivia Bruno on Monday against SIU, and then obviously the freshman performance from Kaylee Washington and Kennedy Diggs. I mean, Kennedy hasn't gotten as many innings in just yet, but she's a very talented young lady too. I just think we're just getting solid performances from our pitchers right now.
It's been a lot of fun. Coach, thank you so much.
Sure, thank you.
And they'll be back in Lawrence before long.
Yes,
Lawrence
they
Ballpark,
will.
always a good time. Take us a break, Carol.
Coming up, K-State tennis picked up a Big 12 win with a 4-0 sweep over Houston today. Perfect timing for our next guest, Jordan Smith. That's coming up.
I came to Success Vision, I picked up my glasses, and they had them ready in an hour.
Same day service. I've never understood how other places can make you wait for like a week to get your glasses. I mean, do you just not use your eyes for a week?
At Success Vision, I got my glasses in an hour.
Even my no-line bifocals were ready in just a couple of hours.
Done in 1 hour.
At Success Vision, you get your glasses that day.
Thanks, Success Vision.
2 pair for $39 in an hour for less. Come see us today, Success Vision Express.
Car wrecks don't just happen from 9 to 5. If you're in a wreck, we're available 24/7.
Don't wait until tomorrow to get the help you need now. In a wreck, need a check?
Patterson Legal is the way to go. Call 431-0000.
We get a lot of calls from people asking if we sell and install siding and windows.
Oh my goodness, Murphy. Yes, of course we do roofs. It's in our name.
Nestle Roofing, Siding, and Windows. It's all in the name. All your needs under one.
You should choose NCS because they combine technical expertise and professional customer service, ensuring that we can run our operations smoothly and focus on the high quality programming we can provide. Their team is trustworthy, responsive, and invested in your success.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Welcome back into K-Nation. Spring tennis season is in full swing.
It sure is.
Do you get it?
I got it.
And what a perfect weekend to be outside.
It was. I was catching the race on the tennis court with head K-State tennis coach Jordan Smith, asking him about this season, a standout sophomore, and a whole lot more. Listen in. Starting with UCF, you've got Houston coming up too. Just talk to me about maybe mindset shift-wise, going from non-conference to conference play, and really kind of what you guys do to prepare for getting into Big 12 matches.
Yeah, I mean, we schedule pretty hard with our non-conference. You try to play a lot of regional teams and also tournament teams to kind of get us ready for this moment.
Yeah.
As far as the difference, maybe there's some teams we don't see a lot, but now that we are Big 12 play and we're going to see these teams every year and maybe sometimes twice with conference tournament, I think it adds a little bit more that you don't normally get with non-conference. So that's been the biggest thing for our girls, is kind of like now we're building towards something, whether it's our seeding at Big 12s or trying to make postseason, and we know that every match is going to count just a little bit more going forward.
Yeah, and tennis is kind of interesting in the sense where you guys have a partial fall season, then you come back, you have kind of an indoor part of the season, right? It's kind of broken up. How do you sustain momentum going from the fall season kind of over Christmas break when athletes are maybe at home, and then coming into indoor and then kind of transitioning to outdoor? How do you guys keep that momentum going?
It changes every year, and it's a lot. It depends on our players, our student athletes. There's no recipe for success when it comes to the breaks. I mean, I think the one reassuring thing is knowing that everyone is going through the same kind of breaks, as far as like every program in the country at that time. But, it depends on the girls, and we have a good motivated group. If they want to achieve their goals, then they're going to have to put the work in while they're at home.
And I'd love to ask you about Maggie. She's absolutely killing it out there right now. I talked to her out here last spring, I think, when she was just a freshman, and she was, all Big 12 first team and that type of thing. She just is the reigning, Big 12 player of the week. What have you seen from her in this sophomore season?
Some of the team will probably say she's still a freshman, but and I might join in on that, but she reminds me I am a sophomore now. She's, like our team, we're really good and we're really special, but, and talk about Maggie, it's hard. She's gotten better now that you have a kind of a breakout season. Coaches know about you, and there's no surprises. They prepare for you now, and now it's probably an adjustment, and we kind of had to work through, but, the way she kind of went into last weekend of just saying, hey, you can, if you believe in yourself, you're going to do amazing things. You might feel tired, you might feel like you can't do it, but you got to look across the net and know that you're stronger than the other person. And so that definitely made the difference in winning against Iowa and getting her to, Big 12 Player of the Week, because just that belief that she kind of had, and she knew it was going to take time, but we never stopped working, and then just finally fell into place.
Yeah, and when I talked to her, several months ago, I was just kind of asking her about what it's like to be here in Manhattan in the United States, so far away from home, and she was kind of saying that everybody makes her feel so welcome. It kind of feels like home away from home. When you have a roster of almost all international athletes, right, how do you guys make sure that Manhattan does feel like they're home away from home and make them feel comfortable and that type of thing?
Fortunately, it starts in the community. That's just how Manhattan is, how K-State is, and how the fans treat us no matter if we're here. I mean, we were in California 2 months ago or early January, and you know, there's so many K-Staters in Palm Springs that were just like, hey, what can we do for the girls? How can we support them? And they just met us an hour ago. So, you know, that's been the biggest thing. And with Maggie, you know, credit to our team for bringing her in because she came in January, mid-year, but also credit to Maggie to, you know, be able to kind of make yourself, you know, be comfortable. And we kind of forgot about like 2 months in, we're like, man, when did you get here again? But, you know, it's just really fortunate, and that what we have at K-State and what we have from the fans and the people that just see us wearing the logo and the brand, they're just awesome. And that kind of makes it easier for these families to know their kids are going to be safe and kind of looked after, and just for the team to know that there's a lot of people that want to see them do well, and you just can't ask for anything better.
What is the ceiling for this group, and what do you hope to see them accomplish?
No ceiling. We know that's the thing. We want to see. We don't know where this team can go, and that's why we want to keep challenging them. That don't put yourself in a box, and don't think that because you see some imaginary number of what ranking, or that doesn't bear what goes on any given day. And so that's kind of what we kind of remind them. We play good teams for a reason, because we know that we can do it. And I always remind them that no one on the coaching staff is going to put you in a situation that you can't handle or overcome, or even you can achieve a lot of good things. So yeah, I mean, that's a great question. I want to know too. And hopefully in May we can look back and say, hey, did we live up to what we were capable of, or did we come a little short? I'm kind of buying in that we're going to, you know, overachieve and do really well and kind of live up to what we can, you know, what we can show. And so that's what I want to see from our girls.
That's awesome. Well, Coach, we're looking forward to watching you guys for the rest of the spring. Hoping you get more days like this. I mean, so nice. But yeah, thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for speaking and learning more about our program.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And a real quick fun fact about Coach Smith for you. Golf buddies with K-State Baseball's Pete Hughes.
He sure is. They say that they're good partners together.
Maybe the swing.
Both have a little bit of swing in them.
Yeah, something about it.
All right, stay tuned. More K-Nation's.
Come on home to West Loop and Manhattan's West Side.
Robbins Motor Company, a veteran-owned business here to serve you.
Manhattan Housing Authority. Love where you live.
Chiropractic Family Health Center. Only your mother cares about you more.
Visit some old friends, discover some new. Come home to West Loop and Manhattan's West Side.
After my car wreck, there was a lot I didn't know.
I do know. We can help you understand all of your legal rights so that you don't get cheated.
DM Law knew what to do and got me $150,000 for my car wreck.
Call me. I've got this.
If you've been injured in Kansas, or really anywhere, I'm confident we are going to be able to get your case resolved, because this is all we do is represent injured people just like you.
If you've been in an accident and need my help, call me. I'm here for you.
Hi, I'm Mark Macbeth, owner of RoofMax of Topeka. So many homeowners believe they need to replace the roof when all they need to do is recondition it with RoofMax. Call today for a free roof inspection. Let RoofMax show you the best way to save thousands and protect your largest investment.
Self-love made me a better dad because I realized my worth. A wrap away, you gotta pray for yourself as well as for everybody else, but never forget yourself. The word father means a lot to me. When I give my love to my children as a father, I can see it. That's the benefit of being a father is seeing those smiling faces.
Get your local news first on Fox 43 News at 9. Local news, weather, and sports. Every night at 9. It's your local news an hour earlier. Fox 43 News at 9. First on Fox.
All right, it's March, as we said off the top of the show. Still a pair of regular season games to go for our men's teams, but it's on to the postseason for both women's groups.
I know, getting down to the wire, and that means it's time for basketball that counts for something. The Big 12 Women's Tournament kicks off at the T-Mobile Center in Kansas City this week. Games start on Wednesday. Championship concludes on Sunday. We will be there, and we'll have the coverage for you.
I'm fired up. I love postseason basketball,
It'll
as we mentioned.
So
it is March. It is madness already.
And then we get to it. The
tournament. Then we get to it.
It'll be fun.
More postseason. Thanks for watching K-Nation.
Have a great night.
One more time for me.
Just call me Mama. Just call me Mama, man.
I mean, I grew up wrestling, so I love hitting, and I love just playing football.
How quickly did the shirt get ripped off?
Man, super quick. I don't even know what happened, to be honest.
it was just such a blur. All I was getting pushed so much, and the next thing you know, my shirt came off. I was like, oh man.